Morning guys, Mark from The Lawnologist. Just thought I'd take this opportunity very quickly to talk to you about grass and what it does during a drought, and what happens when it goes yellow and brown and we all think, oh bloody hell, my lawn's dead. Well, the truth is it's not. What happens is during periods of abiotic stress, during drought periods, lawns and grass go dormant. Now, doesn't mean they're not going to come back. They tend to go inert because what they want to do is they want to focus their energy into the centre, into their core, to make sure they do bounce back. Now, there's a few things you can do during a drought and after a drought to ensure that your lawn bounces back the best it can. And we're going to quickly talk about them now, but I just want you to look at this grass here. We've had the first amount of rain we've had for about 2 months here in North Essex, and this stuff's looking quite healthy. Yes, it is weed grass and it's adapted to being fairly drought resistant, but it's the length. It's the length. If you think about your grass like a solar panel, similar to a solar panel that would power a house, you couldn't cut that solar panel in half, or you cut it too short, and then expect it to power the house with the same velocity that it has done earlier. And it's the same with the grass. If you cut it too short, you're going to cause it issues. So the first thing you can do is keep your grass at a decent length, especially if you're not able to irrigate your lawn. So keep your grass at a decent length. The second thing you do is you can water it, right? Water it, but you don't need to water it every day. Just a good drink every few days, every week. Reason being, roots can go lazy. If you water it every day, you're not encouraging the roots to search deeper for moisture. So leaving your grass a little bit longer encourages the roots to grow a bit deeper and hold on to moisture better. That's another thing you can do. The second thing you can do is try and start with it the best you can. If your lawn has gone brown and brittle, lots of foot traffic, lots of footfalls, not going to do it any favours. It's going to go a bit dusty and a bit crispy, and it's just not a great thing to do. So if you can, stay off it the best you can. I understand it's hard when you've got kids and families and dogs and everything else. So with that in mind, we come out the drought period, we go into maybe the autumn period, and we're starting to get a better climate for grass growth. Grass comes out of its dormancy, and we're looking like we've got a few patches. So what can we do there? Well, first thing to consider is aeration. Now, I know there's other lawn care guys that don't necessarily rate aeration. I really do. It's one of the best naturally occurring things you can do for a lawn that gives it life. And the reason that is because when you break through that surface, what you're doing, you're not just alleviating compaction, you're creating a good gaseous exchange, you're feeding the microbiome underneath, and you're encouraging the roots to kick back into life. So aeration's a really good thing. Also, during a drought, you might get what's called localized hydrophobic patches. That's where you kind of get a waxy surface on the subsoil, on the topsoil, and that repels water rather than letting it soak in. So aeration and a good wetting agent, that will really help. And then secondly, start a good nutritionally powerful program. Nothing too high in nitrogen, but something that's going to really feed the soil and something that's going to really encourage your grass to grow and thicken out. And then also start a regular mowing practice. Okay, so when we mow, if we do it regular and just take the tips off, what we're doing is we're encouraging that grass to grow and thicken again. Simply think of it like when you pollard a tree. If you cut back a tree at the right time of year, when it grows, it thickens out and it bushes. And it's kind of the same with grass. We don't want to be doing severe hacks, letting it grow really high and then hacking it down. No more than a third off at a time, and lots of little cuts to encourage that grass to grow back and thicken. And then if you've got access to it, a good seaweed product, it's a really good biostimulant, that will help relieve drought stress and encourage the grass back into health again. So that's what happens when a lawn goes into drought. They're the sort of things you can do to help your lawn bounce back, and I hope that's of some use to you. In the meantime, I'm going to go and ride a horse. Adios.